Industrial manufacturing operates across two distinct domains: the discrete movement of individual parts and the continuous flow of matter. Effectively managing these environments requires a central coordinator. This is the role of the Programmable Logic Controller, or PLC, which acts as the translator between binary commands and physical variables. The software architecture for these controllers is defined by the IEC 61131-3 standard. It provides the framework to virtualize engineering logic, allowing mathematical functions and binary states to coexist in a single processor. Before these digital architectures, automation relied on banks of physical mechanical relays and operators who manually logged data from analog chart recorders. In a modern PLC, those physical tasks are replaced by memory-based execution. Discrete Boolean logic and continuous error correction run simultaneously, allowing the controller to make millions of decisions every second. Mastering this system requires understanding the entire vertical stack, tracing control from hardwired relays up to virtual ladder logic and into mathematically tuned PID loops. The physical bedrock of industrial control is the electromechanical relay, which uses a magnetic coil to actuate switch contacts. Relay ladder logic uses electrical potential as the carrier for logic states. In these circuits, voltage moving through a wire represents a Boolean true condition. Wiring switches in series creates an AND logic function. Electrical potential only reaches the output if every switch is closed. Placing those same switches in parallel creates an OR function. Potential passes to the output if any single branch is closed. These behaviors are defined by the normal status of the contact. This refers strictly to the state of the switch as manufactured, with zero external stimulation, not the state typically seen during operation. The IEC 611313 standard mandates that these physical characteristics are translated into virtual memory registers within the PLC. This mapping process turns physical input voltages into digital bits. When a sensor detects a part, the PLC processor records that voltage as a 1 in a specific memory address. Virtualizing this logic allows engineers to build complex control schemes without the physical constraints and mechanical failure points of hardwired copper circuits. However, discrete Boolean logic cannot manage continuous physical properties, such as the shifting viscosity of a fluid or the thermal expansion of a metal vat. Controlling these variables requires a transition from binary execution to continuous mathematical error correction. This process uses three baseline metrics: the process variable being measured, the desired set point, and the calculated error. The proportional block scales the output based on current error magnitude. The integral block eliminates steady-state offset by accumulating past error over time, driving it to zero. The derivative block anticipates future error, acting as a brake to prevent overshooting. Finally, these three parallel transformations recombine at the summing junction to produce the final controller output signal. While this calculus provides theoretical stability, the algorithm is blind to the physical constraints and mechanical delays of the actual plant. Because mathematical models lack prior knowledge of the system, they require external calibration to operate safely in a physical environment. This tuning process involves an inherent trade-off, maximizing response speed while maintaining acceptable stability. The industry standard for stability is quarter amplitude damping, where each successive wave of oscillation is 1/4 the size of the one before it. The process reaction curve method begins with a manual step change. To analyze the resulting curve, we identify the exact point of inflection. A tangent line is drawn down from this slope to the time axis. The horizontal distance from the initial step change is the dead time, representing physical delay. We then locate the point where the process variable reaches 63% of its total change to determine the time constant, or T. These raw measurements are applied to the Ziegler-Nichols heuristic table, which provides specific formulas for different controller configurations. By plugging the measured dead time and time constant into these heuristics, we arrive at the functional gains for the proportional, integral, and derivative variables. This heuristic approach transforms a generic mathematical equation into a controller that is custom-fitted to the unique physical quirks of a specific plant. No matter how well a loop is tuned, the PID math eventually collides with the reality of heavy physical actuators. This leads to saturation. When a valve is 100% open, the physical system cannot respond further, regardless of the output requested by the controller. This creates a failure condition known as integral windup, typically occurring during large set-point changes that push an actuator to its limit. While the physical valve is stuck, the integral math continues accumulating error, creating a runaway mathematical value. Once the target is reached, this accumulated debt forces the valve to swing violently in the opposite direction, causing the system to oscillate wildly. The mitigation is a discrete Boolean switch placed inside the continuous mathematical loop. When the system detects the physical valve has reached saturation, it triggers this switch to open. This instantly halts the integral calculation, preventing windup and forcing a stable, proportional-only mode. Mathematical control models remain a liability in industrial environments unless they are constrained by hard physical logic limits. Modern industrial automation is defined by this synthesis of continuous processes and binary states. The anti-windup switch is the ultimate crossover, using a discrete Boolean rule based on actuator saturation to manage and override continuous calculus. The IEC 611313 standard allows engineers to build these hybrid architectures seamlessly, housing both types of control within a single PLC's memory. To maintain stability, it is insufficient to rely on math or logic alone. The two must be integrated to respect the reality of the machinery. This requires fluency across the entire stack, from the physical wiring of a relay to the algorithmic tuning of a heuristic model. Industrial control requires architecting virtual logic that respects physical constraints, translating theoretical equations into the hard reality of the factory floor.